What up, y'all? Your man Tigerstyle Reacts. We are back for another one. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we gaining momentum now. What's up, man? Thank you so much for clicking in on the video, man. I appreciate you. Man, hopefully you guys are doing good out there. I appreciate all the support and everything, so I just want to say that off top. Thanks so much for coming in. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button for us. All right, we really appreciate the support. All right, we're going pretty good. We're doing pretty good, right? Momentum is getting there. We getting there. All right, today, man, I got a special jewel for you today. Midwest love. Little Midwest love. How about that? My man Chance the Rapper is back on the scene with a new album. That's what's up. Oh man, it's crazy. I got the first single, so I haven't heard it. Nothing. We about to get into it. It's called Just a Drop. It is featuring Jay Electronica. I'm a big Jay Electronica fan. Jay Electronica is one. What happened to Jay? It's one of those dudes, right? He kind of went a little quiet on me. I know he had a little thing back and forth, whatever, and I don't know if, you know, the control verse or whatever with Kendrick going H on everybody was one of those things that kind of like quieted him down for a minute. I doubt it, but yeah, man, Jay Electronica is back right here on this joint with Chance the Rapper. Man, I'm excited to hear what it's all about. So again, before we get into it, we're gonna break this down today. All right, new single called Just a Drop. Make sure you click like for me, hit the subscribe button. We really do need those subscriptions. We really do appreciate the likes. The views are great, but when you guys just come in and view and you just go to their thing, doesn't really help us. All right, so we really appreciate the algorithm push by dropping a comment for us, engaging in what's going on. Let us know how you feel about everything that you're seeing here. And I appreciate the feedback personally. So if you take the time to drop a comment, you can best believe I'm gonna go back and review those and do my best to acknowledge you. So I appreciate the support so much. But say no more, let's get into it real quick. Jay Electronica and Chance the Rapper. This is Chance the Rapper's new joint. It's called Just a Drop. So let's not say no more. Ready? Are you ready? Come on. We waiting on them. You got your snacks. You ready? You good? Okay, you gonna stop talking now? There's always somebody talking when I'm talking. You gonna stop? Thank you. So that way, whoever you telling can watch the video. Thank you. All right, let's get into it right now. All right, this joint is called Just a Drop. Just a Drop. So let's get into it right now on Tigerstyle Reacts. Let's go.
Yeah. Just enough water to cook with. They got enough water to play in. They got enough water to swim in. They got enough water to drown in. They got enough water for fountains. They got enough water for salmon. Well, we need enough water for a courtesy cup. We need just enough water for emergency stuff. They don't care if our water get dirty as fuck. We need enough water, we could boil this crack. Or oil these chapped lips or coil these naps. They need enough water to destroy the facts or offer you water behind your lawyer's back.
Don't need a flood, don't need a tub, don't need a cup, just a drop of the blood. I seen the storm come, I seen the warnings, I know he's coming, I can't wait till he does.
We need enough land to land on. Just enough land to stand on. We live on the blocks with the houses abandoned. We do hospice at our aunts and our grandmas. We be on house arrest smoking weed with the band on.
Yes,
we need enough land for the porches and stoops so we can lean out the fortress and forge us a coup. Tell them gather all the pitchforks, torches, and troops. I'm just preaching to the choir what a chorus could do. I'm just speaking to the fire what a forest could do. Cause when Goldie in your house pouring all your food out, what that porridge would do. This shit could turn smoky. These dwarves is not dopey. They got enough land to test weather control. Build Babylon ladders as if heaven was closed. We seen every form of weapon that they ever could throw. We just need for you to land and we ready to go.
Wow.
I don't need a flood,
I'm liking this already.
don't need
This
a
is it.
tub,
Oh man.
don't need a cup, just a drop of the blood. I seen the storm come, I seen the warnings, I can't wait till he does.
After the slanderous propaganda and a hostile
Jay
public
Electronica.
crucifixion. Just after they cast lots for his robes, put thorns to scalp, stripped him out of his clothes and whipped him. Right after the show trial in the kangaroo court, as he struggled up Calvary with that janky ass cross, my Lord cried out for water.
Right.
Yes, he did.
Yes, sir.
Instead, they gave my Lord vinegar. The price you have to pay to go to Savior
Right.
for minister. Should really hit the fan in the temple when he tweaked on the money changers and money lenders. And him and the Sadducees argued who Abraham's descendants was. They called him a bastard, they called him a rebel.
Yep.
In John 8:44, he called their father the devil.
Come on.
That's why they banned him off Facebook. Probably the government will probably brand him as a hate group problem.
Hold up. Are we serious right now? What's going on? Oh my gosh, dude. Like, we really, look here. This is a clever way to get the gospel out. And I'm going to just give Chance the Rapper his flowers off top for just taking that challenge on. Man, representing God and representing spirituality in music is extremely challenging. It's tough. That's a big risk because you never know how people are going to respond to something like that. So I want to take my hat off to Chance and Jake just for representing the Lord, period. I'm a God-fearing man, straight up. I have no shies about that. But I love to see it because I do this in my own music. I love to see when people champion the Lord in their music. And I think that's dope. Without having to give it a title, without saying, okay, this is gospel rap. Okay, this is whatever. I'm just going to speak on my Lord, straight up. I mean, that's beautiful.
Don't need a tub. Don't need a
We gonna break it down,
just
too.
a drop of the blood. I seen the storm come. I seen the warnings. I know he's coming. I can't wait till he does.
Yeah. Okay. That's hot. We got one. Chance the Rapper featuring Jay Electronica, Just a Drop. Wow. I think the name of the project is All Aboard the Starship, something like this. Hopefully I'm not messing that up. But this is a powerful joint. This is a very powerful joint. I'm very impressed off top, just off the rip, that, like I said again, taking on the challenge of spirituality is something that's usually risky when it comes to, especially when it comes to commercial releases. You know, it definitely is, because a lot of people will instantly get turned off. But I think this is becoming a full circle era where people are not only starting to listen again and they're listening to lyrics, that they have a strong appreciation for spirituality. One, because there's a need there. There's a need there for that conversation. And I'm not talking about just like no hoogie boogie type approach to spirituality conversation. I'm talking about real genuine expression of hallelujah in the sense of showing your appreciation for your blessing. So this is a strong project. This is a strong single for me, but let's go back and let's break this joint down. Let's go back through it again. All right, y'all ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Cinematics is dope.
Yeah.
I like how they put the titles on there too. I like the subtitles being right there dead in center, because they know a lot of people will tell you about when it comes to like online marketing, you want to put your titles right in the middle, right? Sometimes you want to, put them in the bottom so they're not in the way of the screen, but you're told usually to put it right in the center because that's where people typically focus. They keep their eye focus right there at the center. So I really like that they got the subtitles right there in the center. Water we need. This is a thirsty environment. We need refreshment. We need replenishment. We definitely need water. I mean, it doesn't come any more basic than that. Getting down to the basic elements, earth, wind, fire, all right? And water. Water is a sustainer of life. It's something that's, it's something that it does its own thing. Water is an entity that does its own thing, has so many uses, and it's a good representation of God energy. So I like that he's actually touching on this.
Water we need. We need water, water. Water we need. Water we need. Water. Water.
Let's go.
We need just enough water to bathe in, just enough water to cook with. They
We need just enough water to bathe in, just enough water to cook with. Like we need just enough. We need just enough water.
got enough water to play in. They got enough water to swim in.
They got enough water to play in. They got enough water to swim in. So he's just going through all these different uses and values of water. That's dope.
They got enough water to drown in. They got enough water for fountains.
They got enough water to drown in, but at the same time, they got enough water for fountains. That's dope.
Got enough water for salmon. Well, we need enough water for a courtesy cup.
Ooh, they got enough water for salmon. He just broke that down into two words like salmon. Two words there. And then he said we need enough water for our courtesy cup. You know how you get that little courtesy cup when you don't want like a soda and you just want a little something to drink? You just need that little courtesy cup of water. That's dope.
Need just enough water for emergency stuff.
Oh, so he tied it in like that. We need enough water for our courtesy cup, but we need enough water for emergency stuff. Clever lead up.
Don't care if our water get dirty as fuck.
They don't care if our water gets dirty as fuck. Well, so we're speaking on, he's hinting at the Flint, Michigan trials that they dealt with the public water system and the water being tainted for a long period of time. And President O went up there and did his thing, made sure that we got clean water going and flowing in Flint. So, that was dope. Yeah, they don't care if our water is dirty. I like that.
Need enough water, we could boil this crack. We'll boil these.
So there goes the other side of the use of water. We need enough water so we can boil this crack. So we talking about the other uses of water. So how it can go both ways. It can be a value for life, but then it can also be something that can be used for other things, extracurricular things, crime and so on and so forth.
Tap lips or coil these naps.
We needed to chap these, get these chapped lips and to coil these naps. We need that water. Your mom ain't never used the hot water comb. She ain't never used that press comb, hot water comb. Boom. Get them edges straightened out when she's doing them braids. That's what's up.
They need enough water to destroy the facts or offer you water behind your lawyer's back.
They need enough water to destroy the facts or offer you water behind your lawyer's back. That's deep. That's deep.
Don't need a tub.
We don't need a flood. We don't need a tub.
Don't need a cup. Just a drop of the blood.
Don't need a cup. We don't even need a cup. We just need a drop. Just a drop of the blood. That's what he's talking about. And he's basically using water as the blood of God. We need just a drop of that. We need that righteousness.
I seen the storm come. I seen the warnings.
I seen the storm come. I've seen the warnings. He just kind of broke it down and gave it a little different twang on the accent of it. I like it.
I know he's coming. I can't wait till he does.
I know he's coming. I can't wait till he does. So we're talking about the second coming of Christ there. If you're a Christian believer, that's what he's talking about. So he's just saying we don't need a tub. We don't even need a cup. We just need a drop of that blood. We need a drop of that righteousness today. And I agree with that. That's what's up.
We need enough land to land on, just enough land to stand on.
We need enough land to land on, and we need enough land to stand on, right? So enough land for us to actually have a place to make home and our ground zero, but we also need enough land to stand on, meaning we got to have our own property. We got to have our space or our little piece of that pie, so to speak, when it comes to our outlook. We got to have our own, right?
We live on the blocks with the houses abandoned.
We lived on the blocks where the houses abandoned. So you see how he kind of played on that sound, that syllable right there. All right, we need enough water to stand on, but we got water for houses that's abandoned. Like that's crazy.
Do hospice at our aunts and our grandmas.
We do hospice at our aunts and our grandmas because a lot of time most folks don't have the medical insurance to afford hospice. Even when it's in their later years of what they're, when you got elders and they're going into that stage of life, those final stages, sometimes we have to keep them at our aunties and our mama's house because it's just more cost efficient. And we just don't have the medical insurance or we don't have that support to keep them in a long-term care facility or go into a hospice facility as most folks that have those means can.
Be on house arrest, smoking weed with the band on.
We be on house arrest smoking weed with the band on. Woo. Chess is killing this. This is layered so many ways. It's ridiculous. I love this, man.
We need enough land for the porches and stoops, so
we need enough land for the porches and stoops. Now that's a Midwest take right there and an East Coast take. Now if you know anything about the brownstones, or if you're in the Midwest and you know about the stoops, that's pretty much the gathering spot. That's pretty much where everybody meets up. Like, you know, you're gonna be outside your stoop chilling, your homies gonna come up, y'all gonna sit there and chop it up about what y'all gonna do with the day or what's the what. But that's pretty much the universal meeting spot in the hood. You're gonna be at the stoop. We need that.
we could lean out the fortress and forge us a coup. Tell them gather all the pitchforks, torches, and troops.
Oh man, we gotta run that back. What? Lean out the, ooh, he is going dumb.
Porches and stoops, so we could lean out the fortress and forge us a coup.
So we can lean out the fortress and forge us a coup.
Tell them gather all the pitchforks, torches, and troops.
Tell them gather all the pitchforks, torches, and troops. So, you know, talking about the days, like all of those people that will come and like do the racist stuff, all the KKK burning crosses and coming with the pitchforks and all of that kind of jazz. He's saying, yeah, we need it for all of that too. We need that for the troop. We need all of that.
I'm just preaching to the choir what a chorus could do.
I'm just preaching to the choir what a chorus can do. So you see that church scheme there? I'm preaching to the choir what a chorus can do. Love it. That's dope.
Just speaking to the fire what a forest could do.
Speaking to the fire what a forest can do. Wow. Woo. Better tell the forest about that fire. I'm telling you, that greenery could get burned up real quick when that fire is getting ablaze and it's gone wild. That's real talk.
Cause when Goldie in your house pouring all your food out, what that porridge would do.
When Goldie is in your house pouring out all that, pouring out all your food, right? What that porridge would do. That's crazy. Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but he's saying like basically when they come in, raid your fortress, they pouring out all your food. What that porridge would do. Wow.
This shit could turn smoky. These dwarves is not dopey.
The things could turn smoky. Now he changed that into a bear scheme, like Smokey the Bear. So he talked like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Things could turn smoky. Now then he's gonna take it into like the Seven Dwarfs, the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Watch this.
Turn smoky. These dwarves is not dopey.
These dwarves are not dopey. These little people, these little minions, or these little people out there, not dopey. We very well aware.
Got enough land to test weather control.
We got enough land to test weather control. Now, a lot of people have conspired that the LA fires, the Eaton fires, were something that were a controlled incident. And they say that, oh, this is a make way for a new LA, smart LA, and different things like that. So he's just basically saying like testing weather control. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, those torches were being tested just to test and blow out some of this land, make this real estate cheaper so they can do their little projects and do what they're trying to do with their schemes. So that's what he's trying to kind of low-key hint at there, that weather control. We got enough land to test it out weather control-wise.
Build Babylon ladders as if heaven was closed.
Build Babylon ladders as if heaven would close. See what I'm saying? Trying to make perfect cities, right? Perfect cities, trying to make these perfect cities that equivalent to heaven on earth. So like heaven is closed. Basically, he's saying like we need that, like heaven is closed. Heaven is still wide open, but everybody may not make it there. So we need these Babylon bridges built too. Wow.
We seen every form of weapon that they ever could throw. We just need for you to land and we ready to go.
We've seen every type of weapon that they could throw, right? That's it. We just sitting here ready to go. That's crazy. Like we done seen it all. So what else? You ain't got nothing else to surprise us. We done seen it all.
I don't need a flood. Don't need a tub.
Don't need a tub.
Don't need a cup. Just
This
a
is
drop
awesome.
of the blood.
Come on, Chance.
I seen the storm come. I seen the warnings. I know he's coming. I can't wait till he does.
After the slanderous propaganda and a hostile public.
Okay, now we got Jay Electronica. Jay Electronica coming in. Bars, stack bars here. Let's get into it.
After the slanderous propaganda and a hostile public crucifixion.
After the slanderous propaganda and hostile crucifixion. Wow, so he's laying that. After the slanderous propaganda, so he's basically touching on, I'm sure, administrative stuff like that, government stuff, when all of this propaganda, the slander, and people going back and forth, doing their things like they do in the election, you know, slandering each other. And after all of that is done,
just after they cast lots for his robes, put thorns to scalp, stripped him out of his clothes and whipped him.
wow. So now he's talking about the plight of Christ. He's talking about Christ's road to Calvary. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about all the ways that they attacked and they maimed and they tried to destroy Christ physically on his road to Calvary when he was carrying the cross. Wow, this is deep. I want to run it back just a little bit though. Give me a little bit.
Just after they cast lots for his robes, put thorns to scalp, stripped him out of his clothes and whipped him. Right after the show trial in the kangaroo court, as he struggled.
Right after the show trial, like a mock trial, it's just basically the trial didn't really mean anything. They already knew what they was gonna do, right? In the kangaroo court.
Up Calvary with that janky ass cross, my Lord cried out for water.
He's saying after, you know, gave him that janky ass cross, my Lord cried out for water. Wow.
Yes, he did. Instead, they gave my Lord vinegar.
Instead, they gave my Lord vinegar. Now, if you're really dipped in the word, you should understand what's going on there. So I don't want to get too deep for all of those that might have different belief systems. But if you're into Christianity, you understand about the vinegar and the vinegar change of what Lord had to do there when he asked for water and they gave him vinegar. Oh, that's deep.
The price you have to pay to go to Savior for minister.
Ooh, the price you have to pay to go to Savior to minister. Ooh.
It really hit the fan in the temple when he tweaked on the money changes.
See, it really hit the fan. You know, he's basically like watering down. He's kind of giving it to you in user-friendly language. The things that Christ did that led to him being crucified. He's talking about how he went and called out the government, and he talked about this and that, and he talked about all these little people that were trying to be big men at that time. All the different people that were supposed to be the leaders of the people, but they were false prophets.
To go to Savior for minister. She really hit the fan in the temple when he tweaked on the money changers and money lenders.
See, when he tweaked on the money changers and the money lenders, right? So when the Lord called all this stuff out, that's when it really got bad, right? When he started calling things out.
The Sadducees argued who Abraham's descendants was. They called him a bastard, they called him a rebel, and John.
Ooh, they called him a bastard, they called him a rebel, and he mentioned Abraham's descendants right before that. But he said they called him a bastard, they called him a devil, and now he goes to the scripture.
8:44, he called him
John 8:44.
Called the devil.
They called the God a devil. Woo! Woo!
Who Abraham's descendants was. They called him a bastard, they called him a rebel. And John 8:44, he called their father the devil.
He called their father the devil. John 8:44, he called their father the devil. Wow.
That's why they banned him off Facebook. Probably the government will probably brand him as a hate group. Probably.
That's why they banned him off of Facebook. Probably they probably labeled him as a hate group. Probably. So he just went back to that twice. That's great. That was a good verse. That was clever. Yeah, this is solid. Solid, man.
I seen the storm come. I seen the warnings. I know he's coming. I can't wait till he does.
Yeah, that's what's up. Chance the Rapper, Jay Electronica, just a drop. Man, all aboard the Starship. All right, all aboard the Starship is the name of that project. I hope I'm not messing that up. Man, this is a solid joint from Chance the Rapper. I really dig it. I really dig it. Please let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm really curious, man, and I'm really serious. I really want to see what y'all got to say about this one in the comments. And big ups to my Midwest home team, Chance the Rapper, man. Southside Chicago represent. Let's go. Let's go, Cook County. I appreciate that. Ah, man. Your man Tigerstyle. Not too much more else to say about that. Solid joint. Solid joint. And a solid joint with a spiritual tone. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, this is a subtle way, again, to represent your spirituality. You know, Kanye did it, of course, with Jesus Walks in a very big way, in a big commercial release. But this being a first single, just a drop, yeah, man, that's a strong first foot forward, Chance the Rapper, man. I definitely approve this. This is dope. Big ups to Chance the Rapper and Jay Electronica, guys. Make sure you drop me some comments in here. Get active, all right? Please click like on the video. Don't just view it. Make sure you click like on this. Share it with a friend if you know they're real hip hop. And make sure you stay tuned, all right? Make sure when you subscribe, you got those notification bells on so that way you can catch it when I drops it. All right. I will see you guys in a minute. I appreciate you guys for viewing, checking it out, everything. Make sure you go and check out the other videos too. Give me a little like, give me a little comment over there. Again, like I said, if you drop a comment, I'll do my best to acknowledge that and reply to you. So I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much, man, for checking me out. 2 fingers, 1 love. You know the rest.